ankle to confirm his suspicion. Cassius gives him the option to tell everyone on his own terms, but if he doesn't do it soon, he'll shoot him. In the evening, the group finds a house with the lights on. When they come closer, a voice asks them what they want. Cassius thinks it's too dangerous, but Abigail approaches the house and explains they need help, swearing they mean no harm and mentioning the pregnant woman. Norton opens the door and holds them at gunpoint as he asks them to leave all their weapons in the chest outside. Then he invites them inside, showing a very sweet and welcoming attitude. Cassius points out the house has power and Norton explains he's an engineer, so he's built a few devices that provide electricity and hot water. He also mentions a wife but ignores Megan when she asks where she is. Norton shares his bread and vegetables with them and Abigail is happy to take a shower. Cassius can finally connect his laptop and look at old pictures, revealing his wife had been pregnant before the pandemic. When he checks on Megan, she admits she's scared because she hasn't felt the baby moving since they arrived at this house. She makes Cassius promise that if something happens to her, he'll protect her child. Afterward, Norton shares a drink with everyone and explains he's lived there for 20 years, but his wife isn't around anymore. He's heard about the colony on the radio but isn't interested in joining them because he likes being alone. Then Norton begins ranting about people being too obsessed with going back to the old ways and how humanity deserved the pandemic because they destroyed the planet and their ethics. He even compares the virus to evolution, saying only the strong people have survived. Cassius notices a strange knife on a table but Norton takes it away. Feeling sicker by the second, David rushes to the bathroom and notices the infection spreading. When he comes out, he discovers his friends are unconscious because the drinks were spiked by Norton, who has put on a lab coat and is holding a strange machine. He can tell David is infected and activates the machine, which makes a noise that causes David to collapse in pain. Norton explains the device is like a dog whistle that only works on the infected before David passes out. Meanwhile, the Horde has found the train station and continues their search. Moments later, David wakes up to discover the whole group has been tied up in a basement. Norton is there taking notes for his experiment and reveals that he's got his infected wife locked up in a cage. He lets her out and controls her with his device.